Yo baseball fam. If you're not glued to your screen right now, you better be, because the MLB universe just got hit with a bombshell that could rewrite the entire offseason playbook and shatter the soul of the sport. Picture this. The Los Angeles Dodgers, fresh off their World Series glory, aren't just sniffing around the free agent market like some casual shoppers. Oh no, they're about to unleash a seismic shift that has fans rioting in the streets, executives sweating bullets in their ivory towers, and rival teams scrambling for cover like rats on a sinking ship. Kyle Tucker, the Astros' elite assassin, the guy who turns opposing pitchers into nervous wrecks and makes catchers question their life choices, is this close to ditching Houston for Dodger Blue. And the trigger? A sneaky injury bombshell that nobody saw coming, paired with a clandestine meeting that screams conspiracy from a mile away. Buckle up, because this isn't just a rumor, it's a full-blown revolution that could shatter competitive balance forever, turning MLB into a Dodger-dominated dystopia. You ready to dive into the madness? Let's go. Here's the crazy part, this could be the move that defines a generation. What if I told you the Dodgers are playing 4D chess while everyone else is stuck on checkers? Stay with me because we're about to expose it all. Alright, let's break this down, folks, step by step, because the timeline here is pure chaos, and if you miss a beat, you'll be lost in the frenzy. Just 7 days ago, on January 6th, insider Jim Bowden dropped the hammer like a judge's gavel in a courtroom drama. 3 teams were gunning hardest for Kyle Tucker. The Mets with their billionaire war chest overflowing from Steve Cohen's pockets. The Blue Jays desperate for a win after years of playoff heartbreaks, and yep, the Dodgers, already loaded with talent but apparently starving for more, like a champion hungry for eternal glory. It felt like early whispers, nothing imminent, just smoke signals in the off-season fog. Other teams lurking in the shadows, the market still bubbling like a pot about to boil over. But fast forward to now, and boom! Bowden's back with an update that's got Dodgers fans climbing the walls, banging on doors, and flooding social media with prayers and predictions. League sources confirm all 3 teams have locked in face-to-face or Zoom meetings with Tucker. This ain't agents chit-chatting over coffee. It's full-court press recruiting, the kind of high-stakes pitches that close deals and change lives. Eye-to-eye visions sold like Hollywood blockbusters, with promises of championships and glory. And the Dodgers? They're masters at this game, folks. They've got the pedigree from their recent title run, the facilities that look like sci-fi labs straight out of a Marvel movie, and checks that could fund a small country. Remember Shohei Ohtani? Yoshinobu Yamamoto? Freddie Freeman? They don't just sign stars, they devour them, turning them into legends. But here's the crazy part. This pursuit just went from maybe to must-have, thanks to a wild card nobody saw coming. Tommy Edman, the Dodgers' Swiss Army knife infielder-outfielder, the versatile glue guy who was key to last year's title, is sidelined with ankle surgery, and his return? Murky as a fogged-out Chavez ravine on a rainy night. GM Brandon Gomez spun optimism in interviews, saying he's hopeful Edman won't miss much, but read the tea leaves. No concrete timeline means panic mode in the front office. The Dodgers need a fix, and they need it yesterday. Enter Kyle Tucker, stage left, like a plot twist straight out of a thriller novel. Why are people furious? Because this isn't just a signing, it's a power grab that could tilt the league on its axis, sparking outrage from fans who see it as the rich getting richer. People are losing their minds, and rightfully so. What happens when one team hoards all the talent? Rhetorical question. Is this the end of fair play or just the Dodgers being smart? Let's rewind and set the stage, because you can't appreciate the drama without knowing the players and the stakes. Kyle Tucker? This guy's a perennial MVP beast. A 28-year-old outfielder who's evolved from a raw prospect into a superstar nightmare for any team facing him. Drafted by the Astros in 2015 as a 5th-round pick, he's blossomed under their analytics-driven system, racking up Gold Gloves, All-Star nods, and power numbers that make scouts drool and pitchers cry. His journey? From a toolsy kid with speed and arm strength to a complete hitter who mashes fastballs and dissects breaking balls. Last year alone? Even in a down season by his standards, he slashed .284/.358/.517 with 27 homers, 112 RBI and 30 stolen bases, elite across the board. And the Dodgers? Reigning World Series champs, built like a dynasty in waiting under Andrew Friedman's genius. This front office doesn't play small. They reload relentlessly, turning good into great with a player development machine that's second to none. They've got the best sports science in the game, coaches who sculpt stars, and a winning culture that permeates every level. But Edman's injury? That's the domino that changes everything. He's the versatile glue guy, manning center field with elite range and infield spots with his utility skills. Without him, the outfield's a gaping hole and the infield loses flexibility. Tucker's the perfect patch. Elite defender, power speed combo, and a fit that screams destiny. Fans are outraged because this feels like the Dodgers exploiting a crisis to supercharge an already unstoppable machine. Executives? They're watching in horror, knowing this could spark a bidding war that bankrupts the league's balance. Here's the intrigue. Tucker's Astros tenure has been tainted by the cheating scandal. Does he want out for a fresh start? And the Dodgers' history of big moves? It's a pattern of dominance. People are furious and I get it. Why does LA always win? Now here's where it gets conspiratorial, my friends, because nothing in baseball is ever this clean, and if you think this is just happenstance, I've got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. Is this Tucker pursuit just about filling a hole, or is it part of a grander scheme cooked up in the shadows of Dodger Stadium? Think about it. The Dodgers' mastermind Andrew Friedman has a history of sniffing out weaknesses and striking like a viper in the grass. Edman's injury wasn't public knowledge until recently, but insiders are whispering that the Dodgers were already circling Tucker weeks ago, using the rehab uncertainty as leverage. Coincidence? Or calculated chaos? Rumors swirl that Friedman orchestrated this timeline, leaking just enough to pressure Tucker while rivals scramble like headless chickens. And the meetings? Bowden's bombshell hints at Godfather offers coming soon. One team about to blow the others out of the water with a deal so massive it changes the game. Is it the Dodgers leveraging their championship aura to whisper, "Join the winners, not the pretenders"? Or is this a league-wide manipulation with Tucker as the pawn in a high-stakes Game of Thrones? People are whispering about front office leaks, strategic delays, and even Tucker himself playing hardball to maximize his value. Whatever the truth, this smells like a conspiracy to cement Dodger dominance. Are they building an empire or just reacting? You tell me, because in baseball nothing's accidental. Here's the crazy part. What if the Astros are in on it, quietly pushing Tucker out to reset their own roster? Conspiracy theorists are going wild, and honestly, who can blame them? This feels too perfect, too timed. Rhetorical question. Are we witnessing a front office coup or just smart business? Let's compare this to past bombshells, because history doesn't lie, and if we don't learn from it, we're doomed to repeat it. Remember the Yankees' relentless reloading in the late 90s, signing Jeter, Posada, and Cano to build a dynasty that won 4 titles in 5 years? Or the Red Sox's mid-2000s overhaul, trading for Cabrera and signing Schilling to end the curse? The Dodgers are channeling that aggressive, unapologetic, turning setbacks into supercharges. Tucker's pursuit mirrors Ohtani's blockbuster. Short-term deals with massive AAV, annual average value, avoiding long-term albatrosses like the ones that haunt teams today. Reports say Tucker prefers 5 to 6 years at $45 to $50 million per season over Toronto's rumored 8-year, $320 million anchor. What? Flexibility to re-hit free agency in his prime, cashing in again at 34 to 35. Contrast that with the Mets' Juan Soto signing, lavish at 15 years, $440 million, but now Tucker's the sidekick in a crowded outfield. Or the Blue Jays' free agent flops. Ohtani rumors fizzled, Garrett Cole slipped away, big names like Harper and Machado went elsewhere. The Dodgers? They closed deals with a 90% success rate on targets. This isn't just a signing, it's a pattern of outmaneuvering rivals, proving why they're the alpha dogs. Fans are furious because it echoes the Astros cheating scandal, strategic edges that feel unfair like sign stealing on steroids. Is this the new normal or a one-off? Rhetorical question. How long before every team plays this game, turning free agency into a conspiracy-laden arms race? Alright, let's dissect the roster chessboard, because Tucker's fit is a game-changer that could redefine the Dodgers' DNA. With Edman out, center field's a void, range, speed, and defense all compromised, leaving Betts and others stretched thin. Tucker obliterates it, elite center fielder with gold glove chops, covering ground like a vacuum and robbing homers with his plus arm. Slide Betts to right field or even infield spots for versatility, pair with Teoscar Hernandez in left for lefty power and platoon advantages, and rotate in young Andy Pages for depth, keeping everyone fresh through the 162-game grind. Payroll? Already sky-high at over $250 million, but Friedman's no stranger to luxury tax gymnastics. He's navigated it before with Ohtani and Yamamoto. This adds $200 million plus in AAV, forcing tough calls later. Extensions for Betts or Freeman, trades for prospects, or cuts to stay under caps. But good problems, right? Depth charts shift dramatically. Outfield becomes a nightmare for opponents, with Tucker's speed turning singles into doubles and his power providing cleanup protection. Infield versatility amps up with bets sliding around. Salary dynamics? Shorter terms keep flexibility, unlike Toronto's long haul that could burden them in a few years. Development concerns? Tucker's a finished product. No rehab needed, just plug and play. This isn't just filling a spot, it's elevating the entire squad to untouchable levels. Fans are outraged because it means less room for prospects like Pages or Gavin Lux. Executives? They're recalculating, knowing this could trigger a domino effect of signings. Here's the crazy part. What if this forces the Dodgers to trade a star like Will Smith? Roster implications ripple everywhere. Lineup, bullpen, even bench depth. Rhetorical question. Is this the blueprint for dynasty building, or a recipe for disaster? Time for the scouting report because Tucker's stats are straight up criminal, and if you don't geek out on this you're missing the magic. Last season, .284/.358/.517 27 HR, 112 RBI, 30 SB, elite across the board with a .875 OPS that screams unstoppable. StatCast? 94.5 miles per hour average exit velo, 58% hard hit rate, 16% barrel rate, and 95th percentile sprint speed for his position. Even in a down year he's top 5 in WAR, 6.0, with 5.0 D-WAR from defense alone. Projections? Ceilings MVP 35 HR, .300 BA, 35 SB in a career year, per Zips and Steamer models. Weaknesses? Occasional strikeout spikes, 22% K rate in 2023, and he's not immune to slumps against elite breaking balls, but his plate discipline, 11% BB rate, and contact skills counter it. Defense? Gold Glove winner, plus 20 OAA, outs above average. Last year, robs homers, guns down runners with a cannon arm. Speed? 30 SB potential, turning the outfield into a weapon. In LA? Boosted by Dodger Stadium's bandbox dimensions and the team's analytics wizards, who could fine-tune his swing for even more power. Scouts rave, he's the total package, power, speed, glove, and a motor that never stops. But here's the intrigue. Will he thrive without the Astros' shift-heavy scheme? Analysts say yes, his swing's adaptable and LA's approach could unlock more. This isn't hype, it's fact. People are furious because Tucker's addition could make the Dodgers unbeatable, turning games into blowouts. What do you think, overrated or unstoppable? Rhetorical question. How do you pitch to a lineup with Tucker in it? Oh man, the league's losing its mind and it's a beautiful, chaotic mess. Rival fans? Astros supporters are heartbroken, flooding Twitter with hashtag don't let him go, calling it a betrayal after Tucker's loyalty through the scandal. Mets and Jays fans? Enraged, accusing the Dodgers of monopoly with memes of Friedman as a cartoon villain. Media? ESPN's blowing up with Dodgers cheating the system again headlines, while the Athletics' Will Salmon calls it a game changer. Executives from other teams? Quietly panicking, Phillies GM Sam Fuld tweeted cryptic warnings, Padres owner Peter Seidler is reportedly fuming, and even the Yankees are watching their windows slam shut. Bowden's update has Twitter on fire, hashtag Tucker to Dodgers trending at 500K tweets, with fans debating conspiracy theories. Prediction markets? Dodgers at 19% odds, up from nothing per KSHI. Why the fury? This imbalances everything. AL West rivals like the Angels and Rangers are doomed, small market teams like the Pirates are screaming for revenue-sharing reforms. Conspiracy theorists say it's rigged, with insiders leaking to LA for favors. Fans are protesting outside stadiums demanding salary caps. Is this the end of parity? Rhetorical. How do you compete when one team hoards all the talent? Here's the crazy part. Even neutral fans are outraged, seeing it as the rich exploiting injuries. What do you think? Fair or foul? Zoom out, and this is apocalyptic for MLB, folks. A seismic event that could redefine the sport for decades. Season outlook? Dodgers as 2:1 World Series faves, crushing the AL with Tucker Ohtani Betts Freeman firepower that suffocates pitchers. Free agency? Shorter deals set a precedent, forcing teams to rethink long-term bets and embrace flexibility. Competitive balance? Dead, luxury tax hikes incoming, small markets starved, potentially leading to contraction talks. Dynasty talk? Dodgers aiming for Yankees-level dominance, reloading annually like the 90s Bombers. Conspiracy angle. Is this Friedman's master plan to force rule changes, like universal DH or expanded playoffs? The league's at a crossroads, fans demand action, but stars flock to winners. What does this mean for baseball's soul? Rhetorical. Are we watching the birth of a new era or the death of fair play? Future scenarios? If Tucker signs, expect copycat moves, inflated contracts, and a talent exodus to LA. This could spark labor wars with players unionizing against imbalance. People are furious because it threatens the game's integrity. But for Dodgers fans?